Most people think their relationships fail because of love, but honestly, it's usually communication. You can love someone deeply and still constantly misunderstand each other. And once I started learning how communication actually works, it changed how I see every relationship in my life. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk about something that genuinely changed my mindset. Communication. Not in a complicated textbook way, but in a real everyday way. Because once you understand this, you start to realize all of the conflict, frustration, and distance we experience isn't random, it's patterns. Now, before we start, I just wanted to note that I really got into communication theory from my relational communications class, and it has helped me to become more aware and intentional with the communicative choices I make. And I am nowhere near an expert level of communication theory. This is just things that I just wanted to share from you, things that I took notes on when I was in my class. So firstly, point one, we don't hear things the same way. One of the biggest things I learned is this. Two people can hear the exact same sentence and interpret it completely differently. Not because one person is wrong, but because we all have different experiences, emotions, and perspectives. So what you meant and what they heard can be two totally different things. And that's where a lot of problems start. Like, for example, you might say something casually, but the other person hears it as criticism or disrespect. 2. Intent versus impact. This one really changed me. Your intent is what you meant, but your impact is how it felt to the other person. And a lot of us focus on intent, like, that's not what I meant. But the other person is responding to the impact. So even if your heart was in the right place, if it came off wrong, it still affects the relationship. So remember, good intentions don't always equal good communication. Point 3. We listen to respond, not understand. A lot of the time, we're not really listening. We're just passively listening. We're just waiting for our turn to talk. We're already forming a response, defending ourselves, or thinking about what we're going to say next, instead of actually trying to understand the other person. And that creates this cycle where nobody feels heard. And I have been in this situation plenty of times when you get into arguments with your siblings, or when you have a disagreement with your parents, or even disagreements with friends. I know that I'm not the only one who has felt like someone is not really listening to what I'm saying. Or I have also been on the other side where I'm just forming a response in my brain to defend myself and basically think that I'm right and the other person is wrong. And people don't feel heard, they stop opening up, and that's not a good thing. Point 4. Small miscommunications turn into big problems. It's really one big issue. It's small misunderstandings over and over again. Unclear tone, assumptions, not asking questions, taking things personally, and over time, those little things build distance between people. So here are a few things that have actually helped me communicate better. Ask instead of assuming. Listen to understand, not to win. Pay attention to your tone and delivery, and give people space to explain themselves. For me personally, this also connects to my faith. Learning patience, being slow to speak, and really listening. Those are things that matter not just in relationships, but spiritually too. I'm still learning this myself, but I can honestly say understanding communication has made me more aware, more patient, and more intentional. And it's changed how I show up in my relationships. So if you struggled, or if you ever felt misunderstood, or you struggle to communicate, you're not alone, and it's something you can grow in. In addition, I'll be talking more about communication theory and having more in-depth videos explaining all the communication theories out there. So be sure to follow along. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.